Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your boy MeeSeeksMalik with another awesome Crew2 video for you, ladies and gentlemen. Before I get started with this video, it's important that you do leave a like. Every like on my channel helps me out tremendously. And if you are new, hit that sub button, make sure notifications are on. That is all. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be showing you how to drift like a pro in drift events, hitting them big top scores, beating the world records or beating records, beating your friend records. It's all up to how you want to go about this, what your goal is for this. But today we're going to be using the RX-7 the RX-7 because, well, this is the best car to use. It's the first car you start out with as well in drifting events. So let's go ahead and get into its tuning. You gotta tune it to perfection. I have found a perfect tune to use simply for drifting in this car alone. So what you want to go ahead and do is go to your vehicles, go down to performance, and come down to here. See, you can leave traction control off, ABS all the way on, ESP. That shit goes off on all cars. It goes off on all cars. Slide help, keep that up there. So aero distribution, leave that to the rear, all the way to the rear. Gearbox top, obviously. Tire front grip, leave that there. But this one rear, you take that back like 2 knocks. That's perfect right there. You can take it back 3. It's up to how you want to do it and what works for you. But this is a perfect tune. So yeah, do it how you want. Leave that the same. Brake balance, bring that to the front up like 2 knocks though, as you can see. In suspension, that's like what, 2 knocks again. Yep. Leave that. Suspension front 3. Comp rear 2, and suspension rear 3 once again. 2. Oh well, don't leave those at 0, and these go up like 1. That's pretty much the that's the tuning, the simple tuning for you guys right there. It's easy to do, easy to set up, and my car's not maxed out, but I'll get into that later in the video. So what you want to do for controls is set it to sequential. Sequential is more easier for controlling the car when you're going through drifts, when you're going in and out of drifts. A lot more easier to control the car with it. So I advise you to go ahead and set it to sequential. Get to learn the what's the name a little better, but sets steering dead zone straight to 0 all the way to the negative. Bam. But like I was saying, it's important that you do learn. Manual sequential drifting is a lot easier. So this is the track we're going to be practicing at. Pretty easy to find. It's in Miami, clearly, and it's the first drift event. You can actually find it through that easy. But yeah, what you want to do is come here. This is the track we'll be learning drifting through, and it's good to get a little bit of practice in before you actually do an event. Learn the track or go through the track like in the event, and then afterwards kind of learn the route, the turns, the bends, and all of that. But it's pretty simple and easy doing this. The sweet spot in drifting is always in gear 3 with this car. The 3rd gear is the best gear to keep that car like in the middle, but the 2nd gear, as you can see, when you're going a little out too much, it'll stop the car, slow it down. That's where you go ahead and shift it up to 3rd gear to get it back, back to that middle spot, that sweet spot. But if you do see your car kind of going out a little bit, drop it down to 2nd gear or let off the gas a little bit. It'll be a lot easier to get yourself back into the middle, back into the groove. And best thing to do is try not to hit the rails. Simple. And nobody wants to hit the rails. You want to have these perfect clean drifts throughout the whole event in order to get those high scores. But it's always good to practice and learn each and every track before you actually do the event, to help you kind of get the feel for it, get the feel for where you got to downshift, where you got to upshift. Learn the track that way, and it'll help you out a lot. Alright, so you got your practice in. Now it's time to set up the perks and the the performance parts for your vehicle for the Mazda RX-7. So as you can see, I do not have mine maxed out for a certain reason. It's because I want to make sure that I have hot head, that perk on one of these parts, or at least, you know, some of the parts, and slippery. Getting both of them on one part like this one, that's a big bonus right there. That'll help you out a lot, make it a lot more easier for you to add in a lot more to your vehicle. Now, icon points, what you want to focus all your icon points on is drifty. Drifty will increase your nitrous as you drift, clearly, so max that out. Is really important that you do. Frantic, also very important, because you don't want too much power when you're using the nitrous. Too much power will cause a little bit of issues, which you will see in the video. Also, you want to go ahead and put it on pure and extra pump if you have enough points for all of those. If not, kind of do drifty and frantic. Yeah, drifty and frantic. I'm just gonna call it that. Frantic, whatever. But yeah, as for vehicle parts, bumper would be the best one to max out. Bumper, and that's it. You can do whatever you want with the rest of your points, but bumper, you go ahead and max that out. It'll help the car avoid hitting the rails a little more than it usually would. Now, gameplay, hothead and slippery, you obviously want those to be maxed out. You can see the bonuses. You can pause it or whatever you want to do to actually read that, but you know those, you know the perks. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get into actually doing this drift event. So you want to go ahead and put this drift event on hard if you think you're ready to actually, conquer it. You can do this on any vehicle performance level, so it doesn't really matter. You can do hard on any performance level. I started off doing hard the first event, and I it was barely there. Yeah, I barely hit it, but yeah, I made it. But yeah, you can start this on, you can do hard on any level. So let's go ahead and get into, the whole drifting. Alright, it's best to start off the way you want to start it. Pace yourself. Make sure that you do get as much points as you can. Look at the combo. Don't try to pay attention to the combo, but try to max out your combo as high as it can possibly get. Maxing that out will increase the amount of points you get times, that number. So getting a high amount would be pretty damn good. So what you want to do is go ahead and max the hell out of your combo. I think mine's maxed out at 90. I'm not too sure. I believe it does. So go ahead and watch through the video. But maxing out your combo, make sure that you do not hit anything. Hitting anything will drop that combo, and it'll count all your points. So you'll have to stack that combo up a little higher. But what you want to make sure that you do is clearly don't hit anything and keep the combo going for as long as you can. Keeping that high combo and getting as many points as you possibly can will help your final score at the end of the race. So like I said, hold it for as long as you possibly can. Hold it until the timer actually runs out, and it'll be a lot. You'll gain a lot of points. So the two perks that I showed you play a huge factor into how high your combo can go and how fast your combo will rise. You want to make sure that it gets as high as possible and rise as fast as it possibly can in order to hit those big scores like 600,000. That's going to be one hell of a score to actually beat. So you're going to need at least a combo of 120. Maybe the lowest would be 110, 120, or maybe 130. But go ahead and increase those as much as you can. Find parts that have, better percentage so that you can get like higher perks and not higher perks, higher combos and faster combos. As you can see, 346,000. I actually beat my own score by like a few hundred points possibly. But yeah, this is, this will help you out a lot in trying to beat these dumb, impossible world records on the leaderboards. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys. I will be finding out a lot more tuning options for different cars, seeing how they work and how they do. But that's pretty much it. That's all I got for everybody on here. Make sure you hit that sub button, like if this was helpful, and subscribe. Make sure notifications are on. That's it. Peace out.